We're back with the league season 3, round 1 here at Daytona for our Division 1 race. I am joined by my co-commentator Lugi. Lugi, how crazy was that first race, Division 2?
That was absolutely crazy. I mean, that was absolutely insane. The final lap, man.
Yeah,
If I
Lamb
ramble
King.
about it, if I ramble about that race now, this commentary session will be like 5 hours long. But I think it's best we should head into the qualifying of race 1, and let's see how these drivers can perform.
Yep, and again, similar to our Division 1 race, the Division 2 race will have the same qualifying format. And instead of 49 laps for the feature race, we will be doing, I think, 58 laps for the Division 1 race. So NLR Nixon is going out to prepare for our first hot lap of the day. Nixon being part of the Whisker Warriors Performance Racing, as you can see from the little Hello Kitty decal next to the number 12 on the side of the car.
Yep. Going into qualifying, who do you think will be your favorites, Wonka?
At this point, pretty much any of our top contenders: Harm's Way, Dutra, Willie, Ryder, Toasty. Can't forget Toasty. All of these have a very, very probable chance of getting pole position. At this point, it comes down to, you know, hundredths of a second, maybe even thousandths of a second on the lap time. So whoever can maintain a solid, smooth line across the turns will be victorious in today's qualifying session.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think it might be more for setup for me, as here comes Nixon at the end of the lap, 48.4. So I believe that's gonna be a good middle of the bench type of lap there. I think that's gonna get him into a solid position for the race. Beto, just managing 180 as he comes into the 5th gear, up to 6th. Can he get into the 185s, 186s? Yes, he does. Might even reach the 187s. He comes into the first corner. Why? Yeah, he's downshifted into 5th into that corner, but that gives him purple into sector 1.
Oh, that's an interesting strategy. Yeah. So maybe it's the headwind coming down the back straight. It's a 14.5 mile an hour, or not mile an hour, feet per second wind speed. And maybe, yeah, that dropping down to 5th gear gives Beto a little bit of more power going down the straight against that wind. We'll see what the time is. So he takes the provisional pole by 0.079 seconds. So that did help the overall pace. Beto being part of team.com, captain being Willie from, I think, no, Willie has not done a lap yet, but Willie choosing the team name, I think it's willie.com is Willie's Discord name, where we get the team.com from. So Kip now on the qualifying hot lap. Kip doing his debut race here for the league season 3. Kip also, I didn't see Kip downshifting in a 5th like Beto did, but we'll see if that makes a difference coming down the final straight across the start-finish line here. And Kip will end up in, I think it's 3rd, your current 3rd position.
Yeah, I believe that's a 1/10 slower than Nixon there, so that puts him into 3rd for now. Dinosaur on his lap. Dinosaur being a veteran here, also being one of my close friends throughout this league here. I've worked with him throughout a few months when it
Giving a little
came
honk
to his
honk there
driving.
as he
Yeah,
crosses the camera.
might be saying hi to us, so hello back, I guess.
So
To
Dinosaur goes
Dinosaur.
purple in both Sector 1 and Sector 2 by 0.03 of a second.
So we
Dinosaur
could be
on...
seeing a new fastest lap.
Yep.
Comes across the line.
Ooh, yeah, straddling the double yellow down the final straight and takes pole position by 0.1 of a second.
Yep. Good lap from Dinosaur there. Zoo Cost is up against next.
I love the Arizona iced tea livery by Zukost. So Zukost now goes purple in Sector 1 by a whole 1/10 of a second. So let's see if Zukost can continue that throughout the rest of the lap. So yeah, it increases the gap to 0.16 seconds, and maintaining some good speed through the turns 3 and 4. Going heavy on the horn with that extra speed. Yep, and takes pole position by 0.2 of a second. So great job there by Zukost.
Yeah. That's probably one of the fastest we're going to get in the session. Zoo Cost reaching even a peak of 187 miles, maybe 188 miles per hour through that lap of theirs. That was incredible from them. DSLOV3 something something. Sorry if I can't pronounce your name, mate, but here we go. 5th gear, and he's already up to 186 miles per hour. That's a really, really nice Logitech livery coming in to the corner. Are they gonna go purple? I believe he's just oversettled his gear there. He's lost a little bit of speed coming into the straight. It's not gone purple, but it's looking good for them. Revving up the car. Let's see where they can end up in their lap. Can they beat Zukos? No. But it's 8:48.6, right ahead of Dinosaur.
Yep.
Great lap from them.
So it seems like there's like a split between using the 5th gear and the 6th gear for these corners, and it seems kind of like a split philosophy on using it, when whether or not one's faster or the other. Both seem fairly quick, fairly even, but yeah, we'll see how this plays out. So Anthony Colazo starts his hot lap, stays in 5th gear, and shifts into 6th going into turn 1. Maintains a tidy line near the inside of the turn, and maintains that 6th gear throughout the straight. And let's see if Anthony reaches a purple time sector. No, it does not hit purple. I wish it would still give us the time interval on the sectors. That would be nice.
I think GT7's a bit weird with that, but
Yeah.
it's a really great livery. I love the purple design. As
All right, so car 69 crosses the line, yep, with a 48.7, currently in 6th place. So Harm's Way driving for Diddley Squat Racing, not only driving for Diddley Squat Racing, but the captain of Diddley Squat Racing. Starts his outlap in the 86 number car. So already into 6th gear, even before reaching turn 1 with a 186 mile per hour entry into the corner. So I've raced with Harm's Way plenty of time on ovals, and Harm's Way consistently either wins the race or is in the top 3. So we'll be watching out for Harm's Way during this race as it plays out. Harm's
Yeah.
Way is a contender for sure.
Well, he's not gone purple, but I believe he's going to be a serious contender. Let's see him. Maybe he can slot it in to the top 3. Can he do it? Yes, he can. That is, well, a bit behind DS low 3. So that is P3 for her right now. As our rider comes in to start their lap. Our rider getting a bit of good, being in 6th, unlike the rest of the guys who are just revving out the 5th gear. This is a nice delivery there as well, with the mobile, with the gold and red. That's a nice touch there.
So Ryder, for a fraction of a second, hit 187 down the front straight, but no purple time. So still slightly behind the fastest time that Zukost set earlier in the session. Looks like it'll still be a relatively quick lap as Ryder finishes up turn 4 and crosses the start-finish line, and at 6th place. So Stoles, the captain of Invictus, starting his lap. A solid 185 miles an hour, 187. Oh, 188, hits almost a 189 throughout the turn. Oh my God. So maybe,
yeah, incredible speed from him.
Yeah, maybe Stoles will hit a purple sector. Yeah, and does. Yep, with a 1/10 of a second ahead of Zukost's time. So Stoles here on a very, very good qualifying lap at the moment.
If Stoles stays on the low line, I believe this is an easy pole position for him. A 10th up. Can he give the Reese's Pieces car pole position? Let's see. Come on. And this lap, will it be a 48.3, 48.2?
Ooh, 48.2. So Bishop does point out something really interesting. The wind picked up slightly as Stoles started his qualifying lap. So it's now 19 feet per second down the front straight, but it's also 19 feet per second in your face on the back straight. So despite being helpful on one side, it's hurts on the other side. We'll see with Toasty though if it's the same issue.
Yeah.
But I think Stoles, whatever Stoles did to his car, the way he set it up, I think is possibly what maximized the pace. As we see Toasty here, not able to maintain the same amount of speed as Stoles had throughout turns 1 and 2.
I think it's mainly the setup that you need to configure in these circumstances to get the maximum speed out, which is what Stoles did pretty amazingly, really. Toasty taking a high line, really. So it's taking, well, the NASCAR line, how real life drivers would take it. Let's see if it's optimal. It's gonna be a 49.1 for the FDGP champion.
Yeah, not Toasty's best result there. I think the high line is certainly not the optimal position for these cars due to the reduction in power. So Ryan Higgins, captain of Toro Bravo Racing, entering turn 1 at around 187 miles an hour. Does not hit a purple sector going through the back straight. But we'll see. It looks like a pretty quick time. It looks like a pretty quick lap, excuse me. Staying pretty tight on the inside line through turns 3 and 4. pretty neat and tidy, very, very tightly controlled, like very, very little wobble there on inputs or micro corrections. Ends up in 8th place, crossing the line. I believe Willie will be our final contestant today for qualifying. Captain of Team.com and the other Reese's Pieces Peanut Butter Cup livery. Stoles being the other car. So we got 2 representing Reese's. It's interesting because I feel like, I don't know what it is about Reese's. I feel like people are obsessed with Reese's who like them. And there's no other equivalent for other candy bars. Like no one's like that passionate about like Snickers or like 100 grand, you know, or Twix.
I think some Americans are gonna kill me here, but I've never eaten a Reese's Pieces. So
you never had? Oh my God, you never had a Reese's? Okay.
Yeah. I know some people in the Twitch chat are gonna be mad at me. They're like, why did you hire this commentator? How dare he doesn't eat Reese's Pieces cups and this and that. I don't. It's not in the UAE store, guys.
If anyone in chat could give us could enlighten us, who's like, if anyone in chat is a Reese's diehard here, like give us a little bit of insight into what it is about Reese's that makes it different from things like Snickers or you know, some other candy bars. We'd love to hear from you.
Because honestly, mate, I'm a big Galaxy fan, if you've ever had that chocolate. And 48.6 for Willie in the Reese's Pieces.
Wow, so 1,000th of a second behind I think it's D Slover. I think in chat they mentioned their real names, and it's D Slover is how to pronounce DSLOV3.
And not having any bias, but the next driver that comes through is B Dutra. Probably one of my favorites going into the race. Is it? Oh my God, that was a really, really interesting line from them. But is it? Oh my God, so it's gonna be a second penalty for B Dutra.
Oh no, that's disaster. Okay, so Rogue says not a Reese's fan, but it's because chocolate and peanut butter is a perfect match. And then Magic Oreo Dust says it's peanut butter and chocolate and tastes great frozen. Crunchy and smooth texture, Reese's over everything.
No, I mean, it's a bit different standards in the UAE because eating like chocolate and peanut butter is kind of unheard of in here, at least. Dutra, don't Dutra. Oh my God.
Okay, so it's D Slov.
Yeah, nice.
D Slov. Thank you for that correction. D Slov.
D Slov. All right.
Okay, so Dutra, I think, has forfeited his qualifying lap due to the penalty picked up. So Dutra will be starting at the back of the grid. But as we saw in the first race, that will matter very little, as the race can change quite drastically from lap to lap, especially if there is a safety car. So just like last qualifying session, we will be hanging out until the qualifying time is done. We're currently sitting at 18 minutes and 30 seconds for the total of 20 minutes. So we can go over the current standings as they are right now. So Stoles with the pole position, Zukost in second place, and D Slov in third. Willie takes fourth, Harm's Way in fifth, Dinosaur in sixth, R Rider in seventh, Brian Higgins in eighth, Beto in ninth, Anthony Colasso 10th, R Nixon in 11th, Kip in 12th, Toasty in 13th, and again we have Dutra in 14th. So Djax, never can go wrong with anything peanut butter for sure. And Magic Oreo Dust, what do you pair your peanut butter if not chocolate? That's a great question. Well, there's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not a huge peanut butter fan, to be honest, but like if peanut, I agree with, like, if it's peanut butter with anything, it's got to be chocolate. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen people do like peanut butter with apples, but
Can I ask, what is it with the peanut butter love, especially
in the US,
you guys with America? Yeah, in the US especially. Because
I don't know. That's a great question. I'm not really in tune with like peanut butter history, like in the
yeah,
context. So Rogue
because
says
honestly,
peanut butter and banana. That's a
no,
combo. B Ship says apples.
no. Like, how does it taste though? Is what I'm wondering. Because I've never tasted how peanut butter tastes. Because I'm well, I'm Middle Eastern, I'm Asian, and half of these guys are actually most of these guys are North American. So, uh,
Yeah, so
it's a bit.
I wouldn't technically call myself American. So I've lived in the U.S. my entire life pretty much, but I'm actually Japanese Brazilian. So like peanut butter isn't really
Oh,
much in
seriously?
my sort of ethnicity. But like I
Well,
never grew up eating peanut butter at all. Like we never had it in our household.
Japanese Brazilian is quite incredible. I mean, can you speak any Portuguese or Japanese?
Yeah, I can
Or
speak Portuguese and I don't really speak Japanese though. That's like further down my history. I was actually born in Brazil, but both of my parents are Japanese. Like first generation Brazilian basically. So they immigrated from Japan and moved to Brazil.
all right, that's incredible. That's
Okay,
a
so
really good story, though.
Bishop says it's for kids. It's cheap for kids lunches. Okay, that makes sense. And it's probably
All
packed with
right.
like a lot of calories, right? So you don't need to like waste like a bunch of money on like more expensive deli meats and stuff. You're like optimizing like on cash value for like nutrition.
Ah, I mean that makes sense, but I mean, yeah, I think that's why peanut butter jelly sandwiches or whatever they are called, like peanut butter jam sandwiches, are pretty popular because it could be like a quick meal or something, is what I suspect, rather
Yeah, yeah.
than making like a whole ham sandwich. So yeah,
Yeah,
well,
so Ollie, I've actually haven't like any Japanese like language in my upbringing. I was born in Brazil. Portuguese was my first language, and then I learned English when I was, I don't know, 4 years old. And so I'm practically American. There's no accent in my American.
yeah, I mean, I didn't expect you to be Japanese, which is one of the most unexpected
Yeah, it's
things.
pretty funny.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
peanut butter
I know.
jam and sorry, Lee. Peanut butter jam. I'm reading like
It's
chat
alright.
right now. Peanut butter jam and American cheese says is pretty good combo. It says Magic Oreo dust. I think we need to ban Magic Oreo
Yeah,
dust from chat.
I think he needs to put B in an asylum or something because American cheese and um, peanut butter jam is one of the most absurd things I've ever heard of in my entire life. I'm so sorry for whoever said that, but brother, you need
Uh,
to go to jail. But either way, what has this chat devolved into? I thought we were talking about NASCAR and racing, but now we're talking about peanut
so
butter.
looks like my girlfriend hopped into chat too.
Well, this is peak commentary. Uh, so we're gonna wait for the race now.
I still don't like have a solid answer here. I just hear like peanut butter and chocolate is a good combo, but like I guess there aren't any other candy bars that have combined peanut butter with chocolate, right? I guess they're the kind of the only ones that really did that.
I can see some uh, brands collaborate, like what do you call nuts and fruits with chocolate or something like that. I think Cadbury does it if you know who they are.
Oh, I don't know who they are. Cadbury.
Yeah, it's like a famous brand that's built in the UAE and I think Asian countries in general. So,
Oh, okay.
but
You'll have to post that in the
yeah,
Discord chat. It'd be interesting to see. And I think
yeah,
Djax is right. It ain't NASCAR if you're not talking about brands. Like NASCAR is all about marketing and the brands on the car. So it's going to be a huge topic of discussion for all of our races here at LRC. And
true.
Arizona T is the other one too. Like Arizona T, like people are diehard fans of. Like I know. So
Yeah,
my sister's boyfriend has like a whole jumpsuit that's just an Arizona T like jumpsuit. It's like the most ridiculous thing. It's like it's hilarious. It's awesome, but like
I'm
it's so funny.
I'm surprised they didn't combine peanut butter like with Arizona tea. So that's I feel like that might be a bit too American, but I'm not I'm not familiar with the culture yet, you know. But as I guess as I get to know more of you guys, I get to know more of the culture. So um, Arizona iced tea being such a popular thing is kind of absurd. It's like fantasizing over Coca Cola. Like, yeah, I don't understand, really.
Djax says I'm going to combine peanut butter and Arizona green tea. Great idea, Loogie.
Yeah, straight to jail. I'm so sorry for you,
Straight to
but
jail.
but
So
yeah,
Rogue says
I think
Arizona tea is amazing from a marketing standpoint, but it's too sweet and sugary for me. I agree. It's just like a sugary sweet tea that's just too sweet. I guess a
I
lot of
mean it's
things in America
I
are
mean
too
isn't
sweet.
it sold for like $1 or something? I'm not so sure.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a
So
dollar.
Magic Oreo Dust says the guy who owns it says he'll never raise the price over 99 cents, which is pretty cool. Okay, I can get behind.
Ah,
I can get behind that.
I can get the hype now. Yeah, I'd be down with that. Yeah, right. Wonka, if I can for this race, can I say start your engines in a very loud sense?
Yeah, do it. Whenever we jump into the race and we start the rolling start, you can go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to remember the lines.
Maybe you should try to do it in your most like Southern American accent as possible.
Wait, let me try it. Let me try it. And gentlemen, start your. No, I don't know if that's American enough.
It's not
Let me
bad.
get the
Just
guy.
save it. Just save it for that one moment. No practice. There's no practice necessary.
Hold on.
Okay, so Rogue says specifically Arizona iced tea and Costco hot dog. I know about the Costco hot dog story. The CEO of Costco was like, I will never raise the Costco hot dog price when pressured by, I believe it was his investment board was pressuring him to make more money from the hot dogs.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's funny how sometimes like some things are absurdly cheap, but then at the same time, some things are a bit absurdly expensive in this in USA. Like there's $1 pizza slices and $1 Arizona tea, and this and that.
And then our
And then I
healthcare is
checked.
like insanely expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
a small price to
Well,
pay, I
if
guess.
you
But
think
yeah,
about it, it's kind of correlated, right? Like the fast food and like the really unhealthy stuff is like super cheap, but then like our healthcare is like insanely expensive. So it kind of, I guess that
yeah,
kind of makes sense from like a like a health standpoint.
yeah. That's funny. Not just healthcare, I guess, but like I see on Instagram, not Instagram, but on internet, like there's like $100 haircuts or something, which is like, I mean, normally I just pay $5 for like a normal haircut for me, but a hundred
$5 for a
dollars,
haircut? Jeez.
yeah, $100 though for a haircut is just incredible prices. Anyway, race time, I
Okay.
believe.
Yeah, race time.
Yeah,
So we'll sideline these
yeah,
discussions for later, but
yeah.
we're gonna
Let's
get
stop
into
talking
these.
about
Yeah,
Arizona iced tea, boys.
we'll get into the race
All right.
very shortly here. Let's see
Yeah.
here.
God bless America. God bless our troops. Nah.
Alrighty.
Here we
Okay, so we
go.
got Stoles starting in the first position with Zukost and D. Slov behind in third place, Willie in fourth. Our cars get underway here with their engines already started. Stoles will take us on this opening lap. So Rogue, no one has made a Subway sponsor, but we need someone to get on that. So Stoles has a fairly good start. D-Slov. Oh, D-Slov. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh, looks like we got a false start.
I believe it's been a false start, yeah.
Yep. It looks like something maybe has gone off here on the start, and we need to reset the lobby.
Might be the game.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody's quickly entered the track though, so I think we can go for a restart.
It was funny, whenever we were doing, I think it was the preseason race, or it was a practice race, I think it was Button's car. Every time we started the race, his car was essentially just levitating the entire time. It was this really weird bug that I've never seen before in my entire life. And his car would just levitate the entire race. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Levitating?
Yeah. Like you would drive through it, and it would, like, its car would be like about a foot off the track. It was really, really weird.
Yeah, I think he's got like the 2070 car of the NASCAR version of the car, but if he's levitating on the ground, so. But here we go. Start of the race. Gentlemen, start your engines. As they have started their engines.
Okay, once again, we have Stoles starting our pack here with Zukost in second, D-Slov in third. And oh no, Stoles gets a bad start.
Again?
Something happened to Stoles here. Stoles, I don't know if his controller looks like he's not ready. So Stoles, I don't know what's happened. D-Slov takes the lead, and Willie takes second place. I don't know if there's going to be a safety car or anything.
Yeah, oh my god, look at the amount of cars that are flying off.
Oh no, harm's way. Okay, so we're restarting again. We're restarting again. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Well, 2 red flags in a row. Well, third restart. Third time's the charm, I guess.
So Stoles and Zukost are both part of the Invictus team, and they both took positions 1 and 2 in qualifying. So maybe the setup of their cars did have a lot to do with their pace going down the straights.
Yeah, so I was thinking, because like Toasty was hitting like almost like 182 or something, and then there's Zukost and Stoles hitting like 187s. And I know Toasty is quite an exceptional driver, so I think they both are really good at ovals, and combined with this setup, it just makes for a hell of a driver lineup, and I think it's just going to be one of the strongest races here, as let's hope third time's the charm for this race.
So it looked like it was Ryder's controller failed, and then Stoll's controller failed at the beginning of the race, so we'll be attempting one more time, and hopefully no one's controller or wheel will be disconnected.
Yep.
There we go. Stoles again with the lead. Zukost in second, and D-Slov in third. And Willie in the other Reese's Pieces car in fourth. So Stoles gets underway here. It looks like everyone... Oh no, it looks like Stoles again has an issue. Oh man, this is unfortunate.
For the 4th time in a row. I guess we are. Yep, we are resetting.
Yeah, looks like we are. Alrighty.
Right then.
Or maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
Alright,
so
he's gonna keep commentating then.
Never mind. There we go.
Yep. Oh no, what has happened to DS Love?
Everyone is just,
Yeah. they're going to the road course layout now. I don't know. Kalaz was doing burnouts early.
Yeah, so it looks like they'll have to figure out what's going on with the. I think maybe we'll shut the room down and restart the room, maybe.
Yeah, I
But we'll
think
have
we
to.
just need like a 5 minutes
Yeah,
break.
there we go.
Yeah, there we go. We need to reset the lobby. So
Alrighty,
sorry for
so
all the problems
yeah, we will
for
be.
the viewers who are watching.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Let me pause the stream real quick. Okay, we're back. Uh, excuse the technical difficulties that we've been having with the room. Hopefully, everyone will have their controls not give out on them when the race starts. Magic Oreo Dust and Hippo Morizeno. Can you guys hear us now? You should be able to hear us now. All right, so we're getting underway. Finally, once more with the race. Hopefully, we won't have any more technical issues.
Right. Let's go racing though.
Yeah, so once again, Stoles, for the fourth time, Stoles starting us off in first place, Zukost in second. And wait, Willie's in third with D Slov in fourth. I think those two got swapped around in the order, but I think we're still going to go racing anyway. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's going to matter that much to the results. I think we should be getting this race off underway as soon as possible. So Zukost gives Stoles a little bit of a bump draft on the start there, and Willie and D-Slov are all within very, very close to each other. Harm's Way in fifth, Dinosaur in sixth. So everyone looks like everyone's got cleanly. Everyone is not having any issues, it looks like. So we will be underway for the remainder of the event. So Rug, we had 4 restarts.
Yep. Let's hope this is the lucky one running, as it is going really great so far. Stoles leading the race ahead of Zukost, ahead of Philly, who he swapped around with DSLove. DSLove fell back to 6th here, so they must have been having a really, really bad start there. Coming into the second lap, still Stoles leading. A bit of bump drafting going on, kind of, as Willie takes an awfully high line through there as well.
Yeah, so Willie dropped back down to 5th place due to, or 6th, keeps dropping back due to having contact with a wall in the exit of turn 2 and losing a ton of speed. So Willie drops back into 9th place and gets picked up by Beto.
Yeah, I think it must have been just genuine contact. Oh my god, what's a bit of contact through the leaders there, but I think Willie's just had a bit of contact with the wall as well. That's just sent him down, spiraling down to the few positions. So, oh my god, look at the wall riding that's happening.
Oh no, and DSLove gets spun out. Oh no.
Oh no, there's a few cars that crashed right at the wall there. You need to see what's happened.
And I think that is a safety car called, a virtual safety car called.
They're all slowing down now. BSC
so I think
they're all slowing down.
Yeah, I think D-Slove ended up getting spun out here. So let's take a look at the replay. D-Slove, yeah, he's getting slightly offline and then diving back down into the line and getting crossed with, I couldn't tell who that was behind D-Slove, but getting spun out there. It's super tricky, especially when all the cars are going to be bump drafting in the corners, and you're going to have several of the drivers not being perfectly behind each other. You know, like D-Slove there strayed slightly into the high line, and then once he was coming back down into the lower line, got crossed with, I think it might have been, let's see who it was.
Could have been Anthony Colazzo and Harm's Way there.
Yeah, let me double check the replay.
Nah, it's too late. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I didn't catch who it was. Let's keep searching for who it was. Might have been Boosty?
Dinosaur and...
Oh, Dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 19.
So I think it's just an incident that's just been caught between them. DSLove just... Oh, even Dinosaur has been affected, so he's just went down the grid. I believe DSLove just went in and just got unlucky, just got sandwiched between the two cars. couldn't do anything really. It's just get forced off the track, and well, I think the stewards might be looking into that. But yeah, VSC now.
Rogue says in chat, dinosaur just killing racers, must be upset for all the restarts. Well, as we've seen from race 1, it does not matter if you get spun out early, as Lamb King has just demonstrated that you can get spun out at the beginning of the race and still win the race. So we will definitely be seeing D-Slov later in the race for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's going to be a strong battle for the lead now. Stolz does not have his teammate Zukost right behind him. Zukost is P4 thanks to a bad start that's been happened on this occasion. Harm's Way might be in strong contention for the lead, and since everybody has bunched up, they may be able to go and double file for in this lap, and they may be starting to go this lap as well.
All right, so we got the double file forming up at the moment, ready for the restart. There's a little bit of a collision there between, I think it was Zukost and Ryder, might have been. Hopefully that neither of them picked up any damage. Nope. So we're good to go. Stolz will take us into the green flag. And it looks like he's already started. Oh, maybe not. He's still cruising at a 96. Now he goes. And they start picking up the speed. Stolz still firmly in the lead. Harm's Way in second place. And it tucks behind Stolz into turn 1. Yeah, someone in LRC for this season needs to run a Subway livery. Although Subway not being incredibly popular with people now due to like their increased prices, I think I know it's kind of hard for Subway to make an appearance in our liveries.
Would it be inappropriate to talk about like inappropriate liveries? Because I think Dutra was talking about like a certain website with fans in its name.
Oh, OnlyFans. I mean,
yeah.
You know, OnlyFans in its own right isn't necessarily inappropriate, but as long as there's no like pornography on his car, which GT7 would rightfully like, you know.
Because he also had like a 919.
No, I think that was
God.
it. Anthony Colazzo and someone else got picked up in that collision there, and maybe it was just Anthony Colazzo, because Stolz is not slowing down one bit. Oh, yep, it is. So Stolz will be slowing down again, and we will be getting another VSC. So
look at that for a change. Oh.
Yeah, let's talk about VSCs and collisions here. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot more VSCs in Division 1, unfortunately, because I think everyone here is way more, not only way more competitive, but I think everyone here will want to bump draft during the straights, whereas in Division 2, we saw different strategies play out. Like Lamb King, for instance, wasn't bump drafting throughout the corners. He was coasting to save fuel. And I think here it's kind of like all or nothing, right? Like you got to bump draft and always be bump drafting, even within the corners. Otherwise, you're going to be overtaken by people behind you. And that just creates a situation where it's just like it's all or nothing, right? Like you're bump drafting or you're not in contention for the race. And then again, if you're bump drafting in the corners and there's a lot of wiggling going on, you're going to get these scenarios where, you know, you're going to go slightly offline for just a split second, and that gives the person behind you a chance, or not even like a chance, it might be a mistake to just get their nose in slightly to overlap and just spin you out. So
yeah,
we'll be seeing a lot of that, I think, today.
Yeah, I think it's just the aggressiveness that's happening in Division 1 compared to Division 2. But we'll get onto that topic a bit later as we go on to the start. Boogity, 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 let's go! Stroll's leads in P1, coming off from harm's way. They both get decent start and they run away cleanly. As we can see, hopefully no collisions off the start, thankfully, as here we go, harm's way getting a run, but bump drafting, Stroll's here, bump draft.
Oh no, there goes some more collisions.
There goes Nixon, I believe. Oh, not Nixon. And the commentators.
Yeah, that was Ryan Higgins. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
just as I was about to say, no collisions so far.
Oh no. Something going on with Zukot's car there. And
yeah,
Kip making a run for the lead of the race.
And Kip has gone into the lead of the race. That is an impressive move. Out of nowhere, really. Dutra into P4 somehow. So he's come all the way from P12 to P4. All the way from the back of the grid, I mean. Now he's on the... Oh, Dutra has a collision.
Oh no, there's another collision.
Yeah, if we can go back to him.
Let's see if we can catch that on replay. Yeah, he gets, yeah. Oh, he doesn't like completely. Oh, he got reset.
Oh, he gets reset. Just couldn't rejoin there and had just the Gran Turismo just reset him. Just unfortunate for him there.
Yeah.
Becomes Stoll.
Oh, okay, so Stoll's slowing down. Looks like another safety car.
Another VSC.
So three VSCs in 11 laps.
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think the other issue too is that despite everyone in Division 1 being really competitive, I think everyone here doesn't have an extremely large amount of over-racing experience. So you'll see situations like Dutra, like he was behind a car and then kind of weaved off the draft a little bit and then kind of cut back in front of Willie and then ended up spinning. And I think situations like these are kind of, I think in my opinion, like a lack of experience of just over racing in general and just being not having tons of over racing in LRC in general, because when you're racing in ovals, you're not moving off the racing line at all. Like, and if you're switching between the high line and the low line, you're doing it very, very infrequently. Or if you are, you should be doing it extremely slowly, you know, instead of, you know, the rapid movements that you see from controller players or people who aren't used to oval racing in general. So I think this first race might be a lot of VSCs, but I think as we continue to build our experience with oval racing, I think they will be minimized over time.
Yeah, I think another thing that should be happening with Division 1 especially is VSCs being minimized as much as possible, because so far into this race we have about 4 VSCs if I'm correct, or 3.
Yeah.
But I think overall, since we know the aggressiveness of these drivers, they are really damn aggressive, and I'll be honest. A lot more aggressive than Division 2, and they're willing to take more risks than Division 2 drivers would be.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I think the overall, like, the VSC strictness should be a bit higher when it comes to these guys, so they can understand the levels to which and how much they can risk their driving, really.
Yeah.
Because this is a game and there is no stakes, so they're always giving the fullest potential.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe we might have to review also from an organization standpoint, like the threshold for a safety car in Division 1, seeing that it's going to be happening a lot more often, and if we're on pace to do this, where we're doing like half of the laps are gonna be at a 130, 130 time. Like this race is gonna be well over like an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, and I think that's just from a logistical standpoint, not something anyone wants to deal with.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one.
I mean,
It's a
especially
bit
for you, like,
tiring.
well, what what time is it over there? 8 in the morning
6:10
already?
a.m.,
Uh,
6
oh, 6
a.m.,
6 a.m.
3 hours
Jeez.
of commentating. Yeah,
Yeah.
but don't worry, it's getting me a bit like in the mood. So I'm fine for now. I've slept in the night anyway, so I'm all right. I hope. Um, so again, like I was saying, if there's a safety car again and again and again, it's gonna get a bit boring for the viewers. Not only for us, but for
Yeah,
the
that too.
viewers,
Yeah.
and maybe even for the drivers as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
as we go on the lap 14 and then the last VSE restart, I hope. Let's go, boogity boogity boogity. Stoles
Okay.
leads off. I think Kip has got in a really good run, but he's gonna slot in behind. Um, just to catch the slipstream, just to help the bump trap. They're gonna help each other or not. Kip just wants to be aggressive, I think. The gap is less than a tenth to Kip and Stoles. Stoles and Kip, they're gonna be really damn close together. But oh, Kip, I think
Oh
Kip has
no,
fallen
Kip
behind.
there.
Kip
Yeah.
has off. Kip is off, and Kip is spun around
Ah, yeah.
thanks to contact with, I believe, Harms or Zukost. I
I think Kip
I don't know
there
if that's gonna
wanted
be
to.
another VSC.
I think Kip there wanted to try to get back into the slipstream behind Harm's Way, but you can't really
Yeah,
force your way in that way. If you've fallen out of the slipstream, you can't push yourself into behind a car like that. So I think we'll be
that was that was lucky for it to be ghosted there. Otherwise, we would have made contact. And there's another VSC.
another VSC. Yeah,
Oh man,
yeah.
yeah. I guess we're gonna have to wait then.
So
As Kip
Kip
makes his pit stop.
is Kip looks like Nixon,
Nick
Anthony Colazzo, and Harm's Way all take a pit stop.
Harmsway makes his pit stop.
Yeah.
I think Dinosaur's into P3 now with the leaders having a bit of chaotic start there. Harm's Way has pitted as well. I think something's happened to him. Dutra into sixth after P12 start. Ryan Higgins, I think he spun out in the first few laps of the race, but now he's back
Yeah,
in
he's already
fourth
back in
position.
fourth place. Yeah.
Yeah, insane. That's incredible from him. Uh, so I think it's also his debut for Division One and the league in general. So great driving from him so far in the race so far. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
So it's pretty interesting now. We're back with Stoles, and Zukost in first
Yeah,
and second. So just like qualifying started, or just like we started the race, and Dinosaur jumps into fourth place, and Ryan Higgins now Dinosaur in third, and Ryan Higgins in fourth place. And Dieslav, who initially spun in the first part of the race, I think he was the first person to get knocked down or knocked out, is now back up to fifth place. So the VSC shuffle continues. Stoles is cheating. He has cruise control active. He is able to maintain 99 miles an hour pretty well.
yeah.
Some honking going on.
I think he's just retained the cruise control in that Camaro that might honestly probably got air conditioning on and heated seats. He's just calm right now. That's why he's leading the race, doing a really good job there himself as well.
All right, so Stoles once again it takes us through the green flag, and we get off. We restart the race. Ducos maintains his second position, slots in behind Stoles, and we got Dinosaur, Ryan Higgins, and no change to our top 5. Willie jumps into 6th, and Dutra is in 7th place.
Yep, as we're gonna see Stoles battle it out with Zukov. Here Zukov's trying to get a run on Stoles again. Bomb drafts him either way, so again, the leader getting the bomb draft treatment. And it's probably not wise to start fighting each other here and try to make contact, make a collision like so. I hope these drivers have learned after 5 VFCs, and they're all working together right now, so props to them. Go into lap 18, and looks like look at the single file line that's formed between all of these guys here. They're just working together. It's quite beautiful to see. Some intense action here.
It's getting kind of shaky there. Dinosaur gets off the line, but has some momentum as Willie bump drafts, Dinosaur. And we kind of get a split racing line here. It looks like we got 2 trains, an inside line now and an outside. And I think they're going to be maintaining their lines here with these 2 trains. So this is actually exciting to see. In the first race, we only saw 1 line, but now we are seeing the outside line gaining momentum as Dinosaur making his way up to 1st place, contesting Stoles' 1st position through turn 1.
And there's 2 of finals being formed here. 1 for Dinosaur, 1 for Stoles. Which one's gonna come ahead here? Dinosaur just gets the edge here. Look at the teamwork that's being made from Billy and Dinosaur. Dinosaur has taken it to the advantage, and he is now leading the race. And Billy
oh my goodness!
Second.
Oh my god, that was so
close.
sketchy. Oh my goodness!
It looked like he had to lift off, and what's happened to?
I think we got a VSC. I think we got another VSC. So Stoles dove into the pits.
No, Stoles has not jumped into the pits.
Oh, he hasn't.
Something's happened to Stoles. He's went into the grass. Look at that.
Maybe Stoles was trying to dive into the pits last minute or something and got a reset. Let's take a look. I can't even see where he is at the moment.
No, if you look at his radar, he's gone into the grass somehow. So I think something might have happened to his controller.
Yeah, I think he missed the pit entry. I think he was trying to dive into the pit last second, and I think he just missed it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I saw his POV. I was like, oh my god, he's going to the pits. And I realized, wait, that's not the pits, that's just grass. So that's incredible.
So I wonder what happened to Beto though. Let's take a look at the replay of Beto. I guess we don't have the replay on Beto.
Yeah, I think he's just gotten damage from a spin.
Okay, so I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Okay, so Dinosaur now leads the pack, and they're forming up
for another VSC.
Okay, so they're going through the lap one more time, allowing people to pit. So they'll be taking the VSC another lap throughout the track. And we're on lap 21 right now out of 58. This is VSC number 5, I believe. Hypo Morizena says Division 1 is equal to VSC Simulator.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
At least we're getting some good testing.
Yeah, I think we've done maybe like 5 or 6 actual laps of racing. Yeah. So maybe in some ways this is really... Laps. Yeah, maybe in some ways this is actually pretty close to being realistic for NASCAR.
Yeah, 58 laps of VSC racing, really. So I mean,
yeah, I might have to like take a break like halfway through this and just come back like later in the broadcast.
Yeah. we'll just come back and we'll be like, oh, look at that, another VSC, and I'll be like, oh, what a surprise. But
The only
yeah,
thing that we're missing from this are commercials. You know, like commercial breaks, like in American
oh
broadcasting.
yeah.
We need
Well, let's
Reese's
have a
Pieces
commercial break now.
commercials, Reese's
Yeah,
Pieces
brought.
commercials, and
Yeah,
Arizona iced tea commercials.
yeah. We bring you a special collaboration. We are collaborating Reese's Pieces and Arizona tea flavored Reese's Pieces. Yeah, I've completely gone insane now, with
I
like
mean, at this point, they should just
0 hours of
sponsor
sleep.
us, right? Like sponsor LRC.
Yeah, yeah. So Reese's Pieces. What's our email? I have no idea. Twitter.
Nah, they just need to join our Discord, and we'll get them through the
Yeah,
Discord.
fair
So
enough.
if you're, and in fact, if you're just joining us, we are LRC, Learners Racing Collective, and you can join our Discord by clicking on the invite link in chat that's pinned.
Yeah. And for Reese's Pieces, please email us on lrc@gmail.com for potential sponsorship. So, yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna
Brogue
see. I
says we
hope.
need Subway to sponsor Division 1 with all the VSCs. I might have to agree on that one. Okay, so we
Yeah.
got a new race leader for the restart of the race for our VSC. Dinosaur leads the pack, and Stoles is in second. But Stoles has Zukost, the team member Zukost, in third place. And we'll be
Yeah, but
contesting for that first place right off the bat when the green flag is waved.
so it's gonna be the. I've lost count of how many restarts this has been, but here we go again.
Yep, I believe this is number
Dinosaur leads.
5. So
Boogity, boogity,
Dinosaur, yep.
boogity.
This is number 5, I think. So Dinosaur takes us
Yeah.
to the green flag, and Stoles tucks in behind Dinosaur. Looks like there's no issues so far in the pack. But you can see how easily these cars can get into incidents because everyone's jockeying for position. The racing's very tight, and then there's slight overlaps between these cars when they're bump drafting. If like one of the cars gets slightly out of position, so it's
Yeah,
really
like,
easy, really easy to
It's
cause incidents.
it's a bit hard to be patient when you want first place by like 5 laps now. So, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I think these guys, they just want to be given the king treatment, which is basically the bump draft treatment. Just like how Dinosaur is being given this treatment so far from Stoles. Stoles, I think he's just come back somehow. He's back into second
Yep.
place after.
Yeah, right
spinning
after
on the
like
grass.
spinning. Yeah, it's crazy. He's already in second place. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I'm so confused. Yeah, how did that happen? I'm so confused. But here we go. The bump draft each other. I'm gonna
think
have
the-
to.
I think the things that a lot of the drivers have to deal with is that once they get off the line and end up starting conceding positions, they have to just simply accept that's their fate, and they have to go back to the end of the line essentially. Whenever there we go, we got another
my
incident.
God. Oh, and I
Oh,
see
my
another
goodness.
car that's just
Yeah.
crashed into the wall.
And that's definitely going to be another VSC since.
And that's
Oh no!
and that is,
And
yeah,
I think that was
yeah,
Zukost in harm's way
VSC.
coming to contact.
VSC.
Oh my goodness!
Might
All
as
right,
well.
well,
Yep.
I
There
am
we
going to
go.
take a quick break.
Yep.
I will be right back.
Yeah, and I'll take over. Yeah, we bring you this VSC by Reese's Pieces. Please buy our chocolate chip biscuits with peanut butter and banana, whatever it is. But here we go for another restart. With Wonka gone, I don't know what I can commentate about, but yeah, let's see. I think most of these drivers might be coming into the pits. They're halfway through their fuel limit. So let's see, maybe the guys. Oh, and I was correct. So I think that is Philly coming into the pits as well as somebody else I can't really see because again the broadcast taking a break. But now it looks like it is still Dino leading with Ryan Higgins in third after the disappointing start. Zukost still maintaining in the top positions, so he's doing pretty decent himself. Pete Dutra from P12 is now back up to P5, so I think he can be in contention for the race win, driving that Hello Kitty there, Hello Kitty car. And Anthony Colazzo being in P6, great drive from him as well when he was going up from P6, and somehow Dutra is up to P4, so I have no idea how that's happened. Kip Dunzel, after being bit, I think he did also spin around there into P6. DS loves into P7, and then R Rider completing the top 8. So I believe this should be your top 8 so far as we approach the halfway point, I believe, for the race. I think if it weren't for these VSCs, we should have been reaching at the actual halfway point, but we should have been at lap 35, 36, but right now we are at lap 28 so far, so buckle up, because I think we have, I believe, 3 more VSCs to go after.
Okay. I'm back.
Hello.
So looks like Dinosaur, so Dinosaur has the lead going into this restart, and Dutra has made his way up to 4th place. That's kind of nice to see in the Whisker Warriors performance racing car.
Yeah, after starting all the way from back, I mean,
yeah,
I'm not surprised really, but especially given his talent, seeing him, he's really damn quick. So it'll be interesting to see how much work he can put in, especially with his racecraft. See how well he can perform this race here. As here we go for the sixth restart, I believe.
All right, so Dinosaur takes us through the green flag, maintains his position, and so Ryan Higgins takes 2nd place, and I think Stoles falls back to 4th due to not being able to slot in behind Dinosaur right on the restart, and Dutra now in 5th, pushing Stoles along to keep themselves in contention, make sure they don't fall behind the pack. So it's interesting how in Division 2, we saw kind of like the field break up into different sort of packs. But as we see here in Division 1, it's always just one huge train, and no one's really losing the draft from each other. They're always able to maintain the draft to stay with the pack in the main pack for the lead. So quite interesting how this race is playing out differently compared to Division 2.
Yeah, I think with this race in Division 2, it was a bit less chaotic because we didn't have VSCs after 3 seconds, but with Division 1, they're a lot more aggressive, and again, it is showing off with us getting VSCs quite often now. But I believe right now they're driving really decently. I believe they should be able to break it into lap 31. Look at Brian Higgins has made his way up P2 now. bump drafting and benefiting from bump drafting Dinosaur here as well. Anthony Colas is slightly dragged behind.
I'm just laughing because Morizano is like, totally unbiased opinion. Division 2 is more exciting to watch.
Yeah, because if I'm being real, I almost slept after like the 6th VSC, so I pray there's not another one, because I think I'll fall asleep on the next VSC.
The battling though has been pretty interesting. Like we got that double train going on in that, I think it was lap like 10 or 12 or something like that. That's when Dinosaur took the lead and had Willie pushing him on the outside line. And I would love to see more of that. That was really interesting because we didn't see any of that in Division 2. And it looks like we're getting a little bit of a separation here, and it's happening again. So Anthony Collazo up in first place, and 2 trains are forming again, and Collazo slides down into the lower line and kind of abandons the high line as they kind of merge into one, going out of turn 4.
Yep, here we go. As the Ridley Squad Racing team takes the lead, with Anthony Collazo. Dinosaur falls a bit behind, thanks to bump trap slipstream given to Anthony Collazo. Oh, Dinosaur just gets a bit twitchy. He has to go off track. It was a bit close to there.
Yeah, that was very close. But again, it shows you how easy it is, right, to get in an incident where if you just mistakenly move your nose slightly past the car in front of you on a turn, and then they cut in or something, it's easy to spin the car in front of you out. So I think they're, as each VSC happens and they restart, I think they're becoming more and more conservative on the oh no, and it looks like we got another VSC. I think we got another VSC. Yeah, it looks like we got another VSC.
Oh my god.
All right. So Anthony Collazo now will be leading the pack, leading the VSC. Dinosaur will be in second place and Willie in third.
Alright,
So Nixon and Kip ended up, I believe, I don't know if they collided together or maybe were both involved in an incident there, but they will catch up to the back of the pack, or actually they will first pit and then they'll catch up to the back of the pack. So we'll likely just do one more lap and then we'll likely get restarted on lap 34. So a bunch of cars just dive into the pits at the moment. Let's see here. We got Willie dives into the pits, Beto, Dutra, Ryan Higgins, Harmsway, Stoles, D-Slove, and Kip, and obviously Nixon, who were both involved in that incident. But that leaves Anthony Collazo out with half a tank of fuel. Dinosaur with only a quarter tank, actually. That's pretty interesting. So Dinosaur only has a quarter tank of fuel.
I think most of these guys can make it to the end with this tank of fuel itself, because of how much they are saving their fuel thanks to the amount of VSCs that are happening. So the guys that did have to pit will be a bit safer. These guys are going to get the advantage of track position because they have saved their fuel thanks to all the VSCs that's been happened throughout the past 40 minutes so far. So we're going to go into, I believe, lap 35 into 36 soon. And I pray it's the last VSC, but I mean, the last time I did say that, we got, I believe, 2 or 3 more, so. Wonka, how much, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so Rogue makes a good point that laps 54 and on won't have a VSC, so things will get very interesting towards the end of this race.
I think it's gonna be a bit irrational. I think we're gonna see suddenly starting to see some cleaner driving because the drivers are just risking it all because they know they can get a second chance thanks to the VSCs. And qualifying also doesn't matter because it's an oval and you can get the advantage of slipstream and draft. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to risk for with these ovals, and that's what makes oval racing fantastic and fun to watch as well. So I think that's one of the best things the league has also done
That's an
as
interesting
well.
point that you just made just now, is that because it only takes two cars involved in an incident to make the trigger a VSC. It does make it so that it does incentivize these drivers to be able to just go all out and go for the moves and be aggressive. And I think that actually might be a bad thing. I think maybe if we get rid of VSCs, or if we make them, harder to trigger, that maybe the drivers might be a little bit more conservative. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
an
I think
interesting thought.
VSCs. Yeah, I think VSCs themselves are a really, really good really, really good concept. But I think they get overused for the fact where if it only gets two or more people to get to trigger it, and it's so sensitive that we get it 8 times in the span of 40 minutes. Um, I think it definitely needs to get looked over. I think it should be
Yeah.
kept, but needs to be looked over.
So Zukost on the inside line there, and we got two trains forming again. So Zukost on the lower line and Anthony Colazzo on the upper line, and they both make their way through turn 4. And oh man, they're neck to neck right now, and both trains are very, very fast. Anthony Colazzo though is going faster on the outside line, and I think in reality it's actually easier to bump draft on the upper line on Daytona. You see there, he's side by side with Dinosaur going through turn 2, excuse me, and these two files are staying relatively formed. And I think maybe Anthony might stick to the outside with the two cars behind. What we've seen previously is that the car, once they're ahead, they'll fall into the lower line, and then that kind of makes the upper line evaporate really quickly. But I like the double file. I like when there's two lines racing. It makes it so much more interesting.
Yeah, I gotta agree. At least if there's no contact, it makes it so interesting. You see the racing being so close together. Really, I think that's what makes the oval racing really special. Look at how close they are together when they are racing in double file today.
Yeah.
And it's just insane because you don't know who's gonna take the lead. Uh, like anybody from P1 to P8 can take it in these double file leads here. And it's just unpredictable, especially going into lap 38. Look at the line. There's two separate lines going in,
Oh, and
but
it looks like Willie gets
a
into the
lot.
wall, and I think it was
Yeah,
Anthony Colazzo starts losing momentum due to the outside train, uh, kind of
yeah. But
disintegrating almost on like
yeah,
that turn 1 of lap 39. And now
yeah, but
Anthony Colazzo is looking to potentially get back into the main line without the help of 2 or 3 people behind him. But
yeah. I think Dinosaur has just stayed out, and now he's just praying for a VSC to come out or something to save his chances of saving his time, some time for him to pit there, because he's running really, really, really low on the fuel now.
yeah.
Um, I pray for the viewers that the VSC doesn't happen, but let's see what happens. Here we go. It's lap 40. Uh, no collisions yet, but I think that could be jinxed by me. As we see Zukos get a run on him. And that's made a really big gap between Hamzo and Zukost. Zukost supporting Dinosaur with that Arizona green tea, Arizona iced tea livery. Gonna, oh, for God's sakes. Incident and BSC.
Yeah.
Right.
It appears that maybe Ryan Higgins and Dutra were involved in something. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
wow.
a big shun. Super aggressive. Wonka Discord, by the way. Check Discord.
Yeah, I mean, if you gotta, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah. Take care.
All right, I'll see you, Loogie. So Loogie needs to bounce, as I think it's like 6:42 a.m. where he is at right now. So I think he literally stayed up all night to commentate for this race. So Dinosaur jumps into the pits, Ryder and Anthony Colazzo, and this will likely be the last pit stop anyone has to make. Toasty also jumps into the pits, and I think that will be it for the rest of the race. I think everyone else will be ready to go to the end. Maybe Zukost might have to pit. Armsway looking pretty good. Stoles as well. 2 ex-team members from HHR Racing from Season 2. They will be going at it for sure. Oh, man. Oh, no. Dutra. Did Dutra just get... Oh, wait. What happened to Dutra? So something's gone with Dutra's car at the moment. I think he must have gotten kicked out of the race somehow or something, because his car is on auto drive. So I hope it doesn't affect the rest of the race. Zukost currently leading the VSC at the moment, and hopefully, I hope Dutra's car doesn't come through like a missile or like a bowling ball through a bunch of bowling pins. That is going to be our VSC line. There's something incredibly strange going on. Like, if he's errored out of the game, there's no way his car should still be there. So we'll see. Hopefully, his car making an exit at some point. Everyone's getting out of the way for Dutra's car. Oh my god, Dutra. The computer getting real close there. Goodness. So we'll get underway for lap 43. Oh, there we go. I think Dutra has parked it. Oh wait, maybe Dutra's back. Maybe he's back in the car. And now he has to wait for everyone to make their way around one time. This has certainly been an entertaining, to say the least, opening race for LRC, the league. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this since the beginning of LRC. It's funny. So Alan, it's funny because when we started practicing the VSCs, we were initially slowing down to 60 miles an hour, and whoever was in first would slow down too quickly and it would cause this accordion effect and then cause an incident in the safety car, the virtual safety car. And we had a few issues with the restarts due to this. So we actually had to spend some practice slowing the cars down gradually to get to the safety car speed. I think 100 miles per hour is what is that? There's 2.2 kilometers in a mile, so that's 220 kilometers per hour, I guess, if mental math serves me well. Okay, so 160 kilometers per hour. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense. Thank you, Lamb King. Yeah, yeah, Alan, you had that conversion the other way around. Yeah, for the ovals, we'll be doing 100 miles per hour for the safety car, and then it's 60 for the road courses. Oh, yeah. It's 2.2 kilograms in a pound. I think that's what I was thinking. Yeah, my bad. But I know 5K, 5K is like, yeah, it's a 1.6 mile. Okay, yeah, so for every kilometer, it's 1.6 kilometers for a mile. I think that's correct. There's, in a 5K, it's like 3.1 miles, right? Or 3.3 miles, something like that. Okay, so Dutra rejoins the pack. And we'll go around one more time. Okay, someone needs to make a Costco livery car. Since we're talking about great brands we all love, we haven't seen a Costco brand yet. Ooh, Kirkland, yeah, that'd be a good one. I mean, these are all great. Like, I think we should have done like a livery brainstorm or like brand brainstorm for people at the beginning of the season, so we could have all these great brands at the start of the season. Although they can make an entrance, you know, into the LRC car designs mid-season. There's no restrictions on changing your livery mid-season. I mean, it happens all the time. Drivers pick up pick up brand sponsors. They drop them as, you know, the season goes on. Wonkabot, I think Wonkabot's all about tacos, right? It doesn't like bread. It's all about those tortillas. All right, so Zukos gets us underway now with. I just realized Zukos' helmet is like it's like a Gundam helmet or something like that. Pretty cool looking from the cockpit view there. So Zukos takes us through turn 2. We got Harm's Way in second place, Stoles in third, and Willie, the other Reese's Pieces car, in fourth place. Stoles makes a move to the outside and will unfortunately lose a place to Willie, who tucks on to the inside of Stoles out of turn 4. Stoles decides to tuck back in to avoid losing any position in track position. So right now everyone is staying on the same line and avoiding and creating a second file on the outside to contest with first place at the moment. It's also it's always pretty difficult to be the first person to make that move, because you have to trust that someone will run alongside you and push you from the outside. Otherwise it'll just drop back. So Harm's Way doing that right now, and you can, as you can see, he's starting to lose positions. Oh, and ooh, very, very careful there. So Harm's Way falling back into the positions and looking for an opportunity to slide back into the line, and gets side by side with, it looks like Beto. Harm's Way there doing the smart thing to not push his way into the line. So we got 9 laps left, and after lap 54 we will have no more safety cars to the end of the race. So 5 laps until then. We might have a safety car. We'll see if that happens. So some aggressive bump drafting there by Willie. Bumps Zukos pretty aggressively and slows him down quite a bit, but Willie maintains his position. Harm's Way trying to rally Taco Collazo in the back there to create another file. And Harm's Way abandons that idea very quickly and tucks back into 5th place. So Zukos here and Willie are pulling away slightly from the rest of the pack. Stoles right now is struggling to keep up despite having a couple of cars behind him. So we got almost 2 packs forming. We got Zukos and Willie pulling away. Stoles and the mid pack essentially, with 8 cars in the middle there, 9 cars in the middle. And then we have Dinosaur. Dinosaur's still part of the pack. Toasty, Ryan Higgins, and Nixon all in the back at the moment, trying to catch up, but having a hard time. So Willie right now paired with Zukos, but Stoles is able to come back now with the momentum from Harm's Way pushing him along. And now the first 2 cars find themselves back into the reins of the main train that's formed. But Harm's Way again, looking on the outside, looking for some support there, but not finding any. And then again is going to lose out to a couple of spots from the main train. Taco Collazo there deciding whether or not to support Harm's Way or not on the outside line, but Harm's Way decides to tuck back into the inside line and makes that decision easy for Anthony Collazo. So we're back to single file. Right now we're seeing about the most racing we've seen so far for this race. It's very, very, very tight. Zukas doing a really good job here, holding his line, allowing Willie to bump draft him through the corners. And we've got a very tight top 6 at the moment. So Zukas, though, is running out of fuel. Zukas won't make it to the end of the race. Zukas is going to have to go pit. And maybe Zukas was hoping for another safety car, but it looks like we won't get one. We're at the end of lap 53, and one more lap will be, will be under green flag for the rest of the race. So Zukas in a very, very tricky position here, going into lap 54. Will have to find himself needing to make one more pit stop for the end of the race. So Willie will likely take the lead once Zukas goes to pits. Stolz also with a decent amount of fuel left. I think the rest of the cars will be good till the end of the race. So unfortunate that Zukas had made this strategic error and won't be able to continue on his fuel tank, the amount of fuel he has in his fuel tank. Ooh, so not looking good for the Arizona Iced Tea car. And now it looks like it could be anyone's race at this point. It's getting really squirrely that back in the like 7th, 8th position. And Stolz goes on the outside to take the lead. Can he maintain it though? I don't think he's going to be able to maintain his momentum to stay competitive, but it looks like there's a few cars joining him on the outside line, but haven't quite caught up to him to be able to push him through turn 2. Oh, but he's got it. So D-Slov now pushing Stolz on the outside. Stolz takes the lead, and I think Zukas might have run. Oh, no, he doesn't run out of fuel. He's still good, but Stolz abandons, leaves D-Slov out to dry on the outside line, who finds himself a nice slot into 4th place as we go back to a single file through the exit of turn 4. D-Slov makes a move on the outside and is looking for some support, but doesn't find any. Zukas continuing to stay on the inside line and will try to make the rest of his race on this fuel. D-Slov's continuing to stay on the outside, looking to stay in 2nd place on the back straight. We got Ryder on, I think Ryder is right next to him. It's hard to tell from this camera angle. Ryder on the outside line, and D-Slov finding himself in 2nd place now. Oh man, Ryder now looking to, oh, everyone's just jockeying for position. So there goes Zukas. He peels off into the pits, and now we have, I think it's Dutra on the outside looking to make his way in, but has no bump draft from anyone from behind and will lose a couple places and finds a position, finds a slot into 4th place in front of Willie, but it's really, really tight. Willie gives him the position. And as we finish up this penultimate lap, anyone can win at this point. We got 7 cars on this front train. Stolz doing a great job of maintaining the lead. So Stolz leading the race from the beginning, now leading the race at the end. Starts the final lap in the lead, and will he be able to maintain it for the rest of the lap with the 2 Maelstrom cars behind him? Very hungry for that 1st place. So D-Slov, oh no, it looks like Beto. I think it was Beto. Or no, who was that? I don't even know who that was. I think that was Ryder. So Ryder got spun out by someone there. Hard to tell who. And it's looking really good for Stolz at the moment, who's got quite a bit of a lead ahead of D-Slov. And I don't know, it's going to be really, really close here. D-Slov getting some momentum through the slipstream and is going to make an attempt for a pass towards the front straight. And they're so close. D-Slov takes the lead, but Stolz, they're right next to each other. And oh no, Dietrich makes a move to the inside, but they all cross the line together. Stolz crosses the line horizontal sideways, but D-Slov takes the win. makes that pass on Stoles at the last second. Dutra taking that inside and securing that third place with Harm's Way in fourth, Beto in fifth, Willie in sixth, Kip in seventh, Dinosaur in eighth. That was crazy. So despite having tons of VSCs, that race was still anything but boring for sure. Oh man, like that was totally worth it. Despite all the VSCs that we had, that race ending was absolutely crazy. Got to save that replay for later, but let's go over the official results for the first round of the league. So D-Slove with that amazing pass on Stoles towards the end of the race. Stoles in second, Dutra in third. Dutra was really trying to find that inside line on Stoles at the end there, and they ended up spinning out, but Stoles was still able to maintain second, crossing the line. Harm's Way in fourth, Beto in fifth, Willie in sixth, Kip in seventh, Dinosaur in eighth. And I think, yeah, it was Ryder who was spun out, I think, around turn 3 and ended up in 11th. So Toasty 9th, Nixon in 10th. Again, Ryder in 11th due to that spin and around turn 3. Ryan Higgins in 12th, but has the fastest lap. Anthony Colazzo 13th, and Zukas, due to an unfortunate strategy miscalculation, is in 14th. Unfortunate for Zukas there. Was leading the race up until the 54th lap. So very, very unfortunate, but great effort overall for everyone in this race. Oh, and with that, we will leave you for tonight. But every Tuesday for the next, I believe, 7 weeks, we'll be broadcasting the races for the league season 3, both divisions 1 and 2. Same time, I think it's 7:30. Everything starts at 7:30 Eastern time, United States, or 4:30 Pacific time. And if you're interested in joining us and in joining our group and potentially racing with us, click on that link that's pinned in chat. It's the invite link for our Discord. We're Learners Racing Collective. We do a lot of events throughout the week that involve races like these, like themed races. We do a lot of events that are geared towards learning and improving. So we have an academy session every week on Thursdays or Wednesdays, depending on my availability. But it's all good racing, and it's very, very collaborative. So if you are kind of intimidated by racing online with other people, our group LRC will be a good place to join to get your feet wet. So we're really collaborative, really supportive with people jumping in and racing with other people. So with that, I'll leave you to it, and we will see you next week.